Boyfriend. Boyfriend. Can you come next Saturday? Can you come next Saturday? Come in and sit down. Come in and sit down. Did you have time to see the city? Did you have time to see the city? Had. Had. He and his best friend are taking a trip. He and his best friend are taking a trip. He has about 3 weeks. He has about 3 weeks. He'd like to go to Mexico to teach English there. He'd like to go to Mexico to teach English there. How much does he have? How much does he have? How was it? How was it?
How was the meeting? How was the meeting? How was your trip to Phoenix? How was your trip to Phoenix? I ate at a very good restaurant. I ate at a very good restaurant. I had a little time. I had a little time. I had time to see the museum. I had time to see the museum. I think it was worthwhile. I think it was worthwhile. I think the trip was worthwhile. I think the trip was worthwhile. I was just talking with my niece. I was just talking with my niece. I went to the museum. I went to the museum.
In my opinion, it was worthwhile. In my opinion, it was worthwhile. Is 4 weeks enough time? Is 4 weeks enough time? Is she traveling alone? Is she traveling alone? It was great. It was great. It was worthwhile. It was worthwhile. It went very well. It went very well. It's a great idea. It's a great idea.
I'd like to stay a little longer. I'd like to stay a little longer.
I'm sorry, but I won't be here next Saturday. I'm sorry, but I won't be here next Saturday. I'm visiting my niece and her boyfriend. I'm visiting my niece and her boyfriend. Longer. Longer.
My husband and I would like to invite you to dinner. My husband and I would like to invite you to dinner. My nephew is coming to visit. My nephew is coming to visit. My trip went very well. My trip went very well. Next time. Next time. Only a few days. Only a few days. Our meeting went very well. Our meeting went very well. Peter wants me to call him this morning. Peter wants me to call him this morning. Phoenix is a beautiful city. Phoenix is a beautiful city. Right now they're taking a trip. Right now they're taking a trip. She just bought a car. She just bought a car.
She'd like to take a trip to Mexico. She'd like to take a trip to Mexico. She's taking a trip through the United States. She's taking a trip through the United States. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. The meeting was worthwhile. The meeting was worthwhile. The meeting went very well. The meeting went very well. They'll be here this Sunday. They'll be here this Sunday. This is my nephew. This is my nephew. Through Mexico. Through Mexico. Through. Through. To take a trip. To take a trip.
We had a long meeting. We had a long meeting.
We were just talking about my trip to Miami. We were just talking about my trip to Miami.
What is she doing here in New York? What is she doing here in New York?
Worthwhile. Worthwhile.